Today we're going to do some Yin Yoga. Now, Yin is a slow practice that helps with muscle tension, helps relieve anxiety, and helps us calm the nervous system a little bit. This is different than other styles of yoga like Vinyasa, where there are a number of faster moving sequences where we're stretching the body in a different way and building heat. In this practice, we don't build heat. Rather, we come back into our bodies and sit with them a little bit. So it's a different type of muscle relaxation and mental release. Now, for some people, sitting with themselves is a difficult practice. It's harder than moving and staying busy. So we give our minds something to do as we go through this. We focus on the breath, and we focus on feeling different areas and how they're functioning. So to begin, we'll start in a meditation posture, easy seated pose. If you have a blanket, any type of blanket, it can help with our meditation posture. So if we fold it up so it's a little thicker, and then we sit it right under the hips. So our knees are off the blankets, and just our hips are elevated. And what that does is it lengthens up the spine so that our belly is free to breathe and the tension doesn't land in the low back. So we can elevate our hips a little bit. Your legs can be in whatever way is comfortable. And we can inhale, shoulders up, back, and down so the spine's nice and tall. And then we choose a position for the hands. So we can have a hands down, sort of grounding position, hands up, it's more energizing, or hands in the lap. And then we'll gently close the eyes or take a soft gaze and begin to focus on the breath. And the inhale through the nose, we let the belly rise. And then the exhale through the nose, we let the belly return. Inhale, belly rises. Maybe the breath goes in the mid-chest and upper chest after that. And on the exhale, we release it, belly back to spine. And continue breathing in this manner, feeling the belly rise and fall. And then begin to scan the body, noticing any areas of tension, just observing them without judgments. And with your exhale, see if you can let those areas release just a little bit. Release any tension in the jaw, in the neck, in the shoulders, the low back, the hips, the thighs. And then begin to notice the temperature of the air as it touches your skin. What does it feel like? And how do the clothes feel on your skin? Just noticing. These practices help us bring us to this present moment, away from any swirling thoughts. Right here to this moment in our bodies, which is the only moment that truly exists. You're just noticing and observing. Let's gently blink our eyes open. And then we can remove the blankets. And we'll come into Trasana, or star pose. So the soles of the feet come together. And they're at a comfortable distance away from the body. So this is different than butterfly or Baddha Konasana, where we bring them closer in. In this, it's much more relaxed and subtle. And the opening is focused more on the hips up here. So we're going to take our hands, fingertips away from us, behind us. I'm just going to open up the chest and let the hips settle in. And we focus again on the breath once we're here. Always through the nose. Just noticing where this opening is, what it feels like to stretch in this way. We'll straighten out the spine, and then we'll begin to walk the hands forward. And we stop when the body says stop. So it's not about how low you can get the head, but more about feeling what happens in the moment in that position. And once we're at our point where we don't need to go any further, we let the head release down. Take a deep inhale in. And a long exhale out to let gravity help us. Again, deep inhale in. And the exhale, we let gravity release the body a little more. Next inhale, we'll walk ourselves upright. And then we'll take a cross-legged position. So again, we'll lengthen the spine here, and on the exhale, begin walking hands down. Big inhale, and on the exhale, we let gravity work into the hip joint and into the upper body. Neck is nice and released and relaxed. Inhale, we walk ourselves up. And the exhale, we'll take a gentle twist to the right. So one hand on the thigh, the other behind the body. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we turn and look over the shoulder. And throughout the practice, we're just focusing on the breath and on what we feel working. What muscle? Inhale, we come center, and on the exhale, let's switch which leg is in front. So this will get into the opposite hip joint. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we walk down again. Opposite hip is working. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale, we release into the plaster. And the next inhale, let's walk hands up. Exhale, gentle twist. One hand just reaching the thigh and the other behind us. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we turn. The breath nice and big, nice and long. Inhale, we'll make our way center. And on the exhale, we're going to extend the left leg out, and the right leg is coming to our inner thigh. So we want the toes of the left foot pointed towards the sky. And deep inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, we're coming straight towards the folded leg. Again, it's not about how far you go down. It's about listening to where the stretch is. So it's going to look different for everybody. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Another deep breath into the belly. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, we walk the hands up. And let's bring both feet flat, right out from the hips. Palms behind us, facing towards our booties. And inhale, we open the chest up. Exhale, we hold the posture. Inhale, open. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, return that neutral spine. Right leg is pointed out, left is to the thigh. Deep inhale, we lengthen. On the exhale, we're coming right over that bent leg. Big breath in. And then the exhale, we just notice if this feels any different than the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, walk hands up. Exhale, we'll plant those feet again. Hands behind us. We open up the chest. Lengthening out. Stretching the back. Stretching the traps. Lengthening. Exhale, back to center. We're going to swing legs around. We're going to come to our hands and knees position. We're going to make our way into puppy dog pose. So you know how dogs stretch out their back in the morning? So we want our hips and our knees aligned. And then we're going to take our hands a little farther out. Walk them out. And then we just let the heart sink down. Chin or forehead rests on the mat. And then to lengthen out through the shoulders, we can take cupcake hands or hands flat. We breathe here. Stretching through the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And the inhale, we lift up, back into that tabletop position. I'm going to take our right arm to the sky, stretch it out, and then the exhale, we're going to thread it underneath. And so we rest on the shoulder and the head, and we can walk our left hand forward, or take it behind the back. So one will feel better for you, and that's the one you should do. And then we just settle in to our shoulder stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more big breath in. Exhale out. We bring the left hand back by the face. We push that hand, right hand back up to the sky. Exhale it down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left hand reaches. Exhale, let's spread it through. And again, you can walk the right hand out, or not. Or bring it behind the back. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Another big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Right hand comes by the face. We'll use it to help us release up and set it back down. We're going to move back around, swing those feet over. I'm going to plant the feet. Hands come behind us. We're going to stretch out the abs here. So we're going to stack everything, push into the feet, push into the hands, lift up the middle. Drop the shoulders back when we get there. We can release the neck if that feels comfortable. So pushing into the feet, pushing into the arms, and then breathing. Deep breath in, feel the belly expand out. Exhale, let it go. One more big breath in. Exhale, let's drop those hips in. And then we're going to keep our hands where they are. We're going to take our feet a little wider and let them fall to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Back to center. Exhale, left. Good. So we're going to grab behind the leg and make our way all the way down. And first we're going to bring our knees to our chest. And hold behind the thighs. And make small circles. One direction and then the other. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So we have a couple of variations we can do. We can take the thighs wider, hold on there. We can hold on to two big toes, cap with our thumb. And then we help the legs come towards the armpits. Back is flat. And we can stay here if it feels comfortable to rock from side to side. We can do that. Just letting gravity work on the thighs. And then bring our knees back to center. And then we're going to plant them. We'll plant them wide, the width of the mat, and just like we did when we were seated, we're going to let them fall to the right. And notice if it's any different when we're on the ground, lying down, when we're seated. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Let's take them back up. Line up feet with hips. And then we're going to take our right leg up to the sky. And hold on behind the thigh. Straighten out the left leg. Just feeling the hamstring stretch. I'm going to take this leg across the body until it reaches the floor. Now we're going to come up on our side like we're hanging out at the beach. I'm going to bend this left leg. See if we can grab hold of that foot or ankle. So it's a bit of a quad stretch. Inhale in. Exhale, let go. I'm going to release that foot in the back. Roll back. Bring knees to chest. And I'm going to take the left foot to the sky. Right foot extends. So we can hold on anywhere but the knee. Check that joint. So for most people that's going to be behind the thigh. For some people the big toe hold will work. But for most of us it's going to be behind the thigh. I'm going to take that foot across the body. And we'll come onto the side, see if we can find the quad stretch. A few deep breaths here. We'll release the leg. Make our way back onto the back. Knees come up. And then we're going to bring soles of the feet together and drop the legs to the side, just like we did at the very beginning when we were seated. Let's bring our hands to the belly here. And then we can close the eyes. And with a big inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the fall. Inhale brings the belly up. Exhale, we let it go. And then the next inhale, let's use our hands to help close the legs. And then again, we're going to bring them to the width of the mat. This time we'll let the knees knock in to the center. We'll take constructed rest for Shavasana. So you can stay in this posture, hands can come to the belly or to the side, or if we want something that feels more open, to cactus arms. And then we close the eyes. And again, we focus on that breath. Maybe noticing how the jaw feels, the neck. And releasing any tension. Feel the shoulders melt into the mat or the carpet. Feel the low back sink down, down into the ground. A few more breaths here. Stilling the mind, stilling the body. And then we gently begin some movement again. I'll take the legs, knees out wider, and then back in, just moving the hip joints. Back and forth. And then let's stretch the legs long, hands overhead, big full body stretch. And we exhale. We'll curl it all in and roll into the right side. Arm as a pillow. And then we'll push ourselves up the sit. Head comes up last. And again, we'll find that meditation posture. Using the blanket to elevate the hips if that feels good, or not if it doesn't. Taking an intentional position with the hands, and then closing the eyes, and observing now how the body feels. Is there any shift from when we began the practice? Is there any shift in the mind? Anything that we're still holding on to? Just observing without judgment. Just paying attention. And let's bring our hands to heart center. And we can bow down in gratitude for ourselves, in reverence for this life. Thank you for practicing yoga today and for being here with me. Namaste.